I want to greet you on the behalf of the President of the General Assembly. And in doing so, I bring his greetings, and he's away on business. He's going to 4 countries, having left last night. So I think he's on, he will end up in Davos to speak about the oceans and about the report that is being released on women's economic empowerment by a group of corporations up there. And in between here and Davos, he will be going to several member states. Joining me this morning is 2 other colleagues in the office. I'd like to introduce them to you. I believe they're behind me. Sonia Niehoff. Sonia, please stand.
Good morning. Hi.
Sonia is one of my team of 12 by now, I think, who will be and continue to work on the SDGs. Sonia's particular assignment, although she comes from the Ministry of Energy in Berlin, here she's assigned to consumption and production. So she has a cultural role to play in the promotions of the SDGs. That is to monitor and to see how we can push the many lifestyle and citizen initiatives, lifestyle changes and citizen initiatives that are ongoing. The Green Passport in the tourism sector, the Meatless Monday to help with the emissions, and so on. So if there are initiatives that you're aware of or that you'd like to see scaled up, initiatives that help reduce our carbon footprint or any contribution to the achievement of the goals around sustainability, Sonia is your person. Sonia, you stood already. Stand again, please. This is Sonia.
Hello again.
Yes. And anything else. The other person, did she leave?
Jessica had to go out, yeah.
Jessica left. Jessica is a young Chinese-Canadian young woman who is an intern in our office, and although she's an intern, she's involved in the team on education and youth, and is doing a great amount of support work in the office as well as substantively on promotion of education. So you all know about the SDGs. I don't want to start there. What I could tell you perhaps is what we are doing in the PJ's office. The PJ came on and took as his mantra for his term in office, which will be very quick, September to September, yeah? And the reporting is in July. So really effectively, Madam Excellency, as you know, our mandate effectively must be completed by July. So it's very short and very fast. So many of us don't sleep, remember that. Just keep going. Now, what the PJ has said is that he wants to be the President of the General Assembly who has given a big push to the implementation, because this is the first real year for the operationalization of the SDGs at the level of countries and inter-countries and so on. So his mandate is to give the push. What constitutes a push? You know, we're not an implementing agency, but the PJ does have convening power. And so we are straddling that space between convening and using traditional diplomatic tools to make sure that things happen on the ground for people. And this is where every stakeholder can have a role with us. So he took, first of all, he took this commitment. Secondly, he assembled a team. And the team is headed up by myself, and we are 10 principally, and there are other members from the political team who will work with us from time to time. One of them was Yanni Vralis, who is my colleague from Greece via the European Union, who should have been here but said that this is probably my I send you his greetings, and if any of you bring his greetings, and if any of you wish to be in touch with him, I brought some of his business cards, so you can take him. He is the special advisor for political affairs and he will return, I imagine, to the European Union delegation here. So he will be somebody you may wish to follow up with. And I brought some of my cards for later as well. So we are there pushing for the implementation of the SDGs. There are 17, they're interconnected, they have to all happen at the same time. No one is, in a sense, is more vital than the other. But we have gone about it to suggest the opposite. And the first one we really focus on is education and raising awareness about the SDGs. We think that without knowing, you can't act. So the PJ is particularly keen on that. If you look on the website, you will see him taking the oath of office with his 2 grandchildren, 2 little girls, 5 and 7, and he reminds us every day, this SDG campaign is for them. It's for the next generation. I'm in the same generation as he is, and he insists that even though we were committed to development, we didn't get it right. We didn't do it right. We all believed in the World Bank and the IMF and the power of the market and so on. And now we understand in the SDGs, we've got to put it all together simultaneously on all the agenda. So he has written under SDG number 4, he has written to all the heads of state and government around the world to urge them to do their best to push education and knowledge about the SDGs in the school curricula in particular, but everywhere else. And we are now receiving replies. And I want to ask you from wherever you come to go back to your Ministry of Education and advise them that the Prime Minister or the President or the Emir or whoever is heading up your country would by now have received via the mission here a letter from His Excellency, the President of the General Assembly, urging for the implementation of the SDGs. I brought a copy of the letter. It can be circulated. You can know it's a very generic letter that calls in paragraph 3 and 4 for action, so that everybody should know. And then we are working with one of the largest NGOs. It's called the world largest. It's called the I forget what it's called, but its program is the world's largest lesson, and it has a set of modules. It's in 164 countries, helping to get into the curriculum through comic strip style knowledge about the NGOs, about the SDGs. So this is a basic initiative that constitutes a push. Bulgaria, Senegal, some others have begun now to respond to us saying this is what we are doing. And we hope to hear from the 193 countries before July to say that it's on their radar in the regular curricula, in the extracurricular affairs, in the vocational schools, in adult literacy, everywhere that there is learning. We want learning about the SDGs. And I mean, you can get online, you know, this very colorful page on the SDGs, so everybody can be, everybody can be familiar with it a little bit. Post it up in the community centers, in the bathrooms, in the cafeteria. Let people say, what is this? In the staff room, and then the conversations and the learning can begin. That's one thing we are doing. We have asked the 10 members of the team to each take a goal and to develop activities around it. So in every area, we are collaborating or hosting something. Yesterday, for example, we had a briefing on science, technology, and innovation. And that briefing is a prelude to the second forum on science, technology, and that will be held in May. This is mandated by General Assembly. So that the idea we had put on the table yesterday is that we have huge gaps to overcome. I mean, take, for example, under SDG number 6, water, and we call it water and sanitation. Yeah? So, 1 billion persons do not have access to clean water, and 1 billion plus do not have access to toilets and good sanitation. If we go at the pace we've been going, because admittedly we've been building toilets and getting water in faucets, and so let's say for the last 60 years, let's say, especially in the southern hemisphere after decolonization and so on, okay? Although in some parts of Europe, in the rural sectors of Europe, Middle East and so on, that modernization also started around that time. Ban Ki-moon didn't see, electricity till he was 11. Yeah. His deputy, the man from Sweden, never went to an indoor toilet till he was 11, and these are fellas in their 70s. So it's recent, eh? So let's say we've been doing that for the last 70 years, but we still have billion deficit. And with the rate of population growth and the inequality, we will need more than 70 years to close the gap. So we cannot go that way. Then this is where this innovation, science, technology come in. Because we are hoping that we could create new ways to leapfrog into some of these gaps. So I know, for example, the dry toilets is a big campaign. It's a big possibility. The cost, where it can be located, who can own it, and so on. So that is something real. And you can go through the SDGs on every one and see that connectivity, for example, through the telephone or internet, it's a big way to bring people into modernization and, of course, into jobs and job creation. So I won't go on, but I simply want to say that that's what we are doing. We are working to find where the actors are and where our added value can be. With whom can we work to make it happen? And I'm very pleased that someone like myself has the leadership post in it, because I keep my gaze on one of the things that we have said in the 2030 agenda, which is leave no one behind. And I think I know what that means coming from the South, where I come from a post-colonial society. And I understand what it means to come out of a country in Grenada in the Caribbean, is where I'm from, very wonderful, blessed an island with green and, spices. We are called the Isles of Spice. We have mountains, we have beaches, we have everything. But 50 years ago, we had 7% of people who were doing well and 93% of persons who were not even having adequate water and housing and so on. So I bring that gaze and my own experience of many issues around from South Africa to Haiti and back to this campaign of speeding up the implementation of the SDGs through Leave No One Behind. And I want to close off. I think my time has come to stop speaking. I'll take questions if you wish. But I want to leave you with the thought that the SDGs constitute a blueprint for how all of us could be engaged in a common agenda for a common heritage. Not so much the future, but even the present. If we don't do a good present, we cannot have a good future. We've seen that. So it means whatever your age or stage or in life, there is a contribution you can make to the SDGs. If you are young, you have a longer period to do more. But if you are in my age category, you have to do more faster. And I'm here. And that will keep us young. So thank you very much for what you have been doing. And I am happy to answer any questions. And I have 1 or 2 cards where you can find me, but Shoshana knows how to find me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, first of all, to be here with us. May I just say, because our audience here, they are part of the crowd, of the circle of the Institute for Cultural Diplomacy, which is based in Berlin. They are from the academia, universities, lecturers, students, coming from all over the world. And I just, as an ambassador and permanent representative of Hungary here in the UN, I just wanted to tell you that our president of the General Assembly, His Excellency Peter Thompson, who is the former ambassador of Fiji and a great friend, actually just pinned me yesterday running the dialogue around the water issue here in SDGs. And of course, we are, like the ambassadors, very, very inspired by this global push, what the president himself proposed to all of us, because this is, again, a process through which we can and we have to work together. We can only work together, and we have to work together. And this is, I think, very, very important. And talking about science or women issues or water and sanitation or education, all the issues which really would define the major questions and imperatives of humanity. This is very important that we find people, we find role models in the world working with them, and you all can become role models. This is very important. The office of the president is putting a very important emphasis on engaging with the youth. This is only I wanted to tell, because this is not a usual UN crowd, so they are more important, you know, because they are leaving us and they are bringing their message, their knowledge, their understanding outside the building itself. So we are very grateful, Your Excellency, that you came, and we are supporting you. You know it very well. Yes. So we ambassadors are very much on the board. But I think it's very important that we engage with religious leaders, with cultural leaders, with the youth, with the academia, with different people, NGOs, as you said so beautifully at the beginning, because otherwise we are in the bubble.
Yes.
And I am very much against the bubble, because I really believe that we do good work here, but if we remain within the bubble, first of all, no one will know about that, no one will be affected by that. So that is why in the morning we had Christina Gaia, who is responsible for communication, who talked so eloquently about the importance of messaging what we are doing and having an interaction with the people who are on the other side, who are probably not staying in this building, but they are the ones who are affected on our work. So I just really wanted to very much thank you. I know how busy you are, because you are running the whole team of ambassadors who are responsible for the different goals in sustainable development, that you came, you met, you interacted, and everyone who is here will go back to his or her country and will be able to then inspire his or her own environment. And that is very, very important, I think. So probably, Mark, you would say something?
No, just again, thank you again so much. I think you've inspired us to what we can do ourselves to support the UN, as opposed to pointing fingers and being frustrated and why is not more happening, to say, okay, it's our responsibility. We are the UN. We are the SDGs. And we all, I think, have been virtually pinned today, even though I had the honor of the actual pin. But I hope to wear this proudly on many podiums and hopefully raise the awareness also in the importance and the urgency.
Actually, Sonia, take yours out.
I don't have
You didn't have it. Okay, so we still have one more to go. Anybody want?
Me.
I think we'll have a competition there. So
Quickly, just tell me your name, country, profession, so you can say Dessima Williams, Grenada.
Yeah,
UN.
where are you
Just so
from?
we get the
Where are you
sense.
from? Yeah, just start there.
I'm a student of ICT and I'm from Italy.
Yeah.
Welcome.
My name is Daniel. I'm a student of ICT as well, and I'm from Norway.
My name is Sophie. I'm a student at the ICT and I'm from England.
I'm Michael. I'm a student at the ICT and I'm from Germany.
Yeah.
I'm Maria, political research. I'm not from ICD, just ICD alumna from Russia.
I am Mina. From ICD. I'm from the US.
I'm Nancy Bolima, Executive Director of FedEx, a non-governmental organization in Cameroon, Africa.
My name is Niamul Bashir. I'm staying in Austria. I'm working with the Prime Minister Office of Austria regarding to political activities of Bangladesh.
I'm Sulaiman Alam Said. I'm the Honorary Consul of South Africa in Bangladesh.
I'm Professor Dr. Shahida Obed. I'm an educationist. I've taught English language and literature at the master's and postgraduate level for 36 years. Now I'm studying ICD. I'm studying ICD from the beginning to now. So, but basically, I've been an educationist all my life.
My name is Mohammed Malik. I'm actually President of Bangladesh Nationalist Party from London.
That's Miss Hasina Spati, Hasina.
No, Begum Khaleda
Other one.
Zia. Hasina, she's democracy killer. We don't support her.
Oh, I don't know. I just know the names of women leaders.
My name is Shoaib Ahmad. I'm the founder principal Islamic Institute in London. I'm working with a charitable organization called Somas Sebatar Global the World. It is called SS Trust. This is charity registered from the England and Faith Group. I'm one of them.
Faith group. Thank you.
I'm Ismail from Philadelphia, but I'm from everywhere, so I call myself I'm from Earth.
The professor.
I'm Dr. Amir Naka from London, originally born and brought up in Mombasa, Kenya, where I built a center for economic empowerment. I'm a medical doctor, but I'm really interested in charitable work, now particularly for global peace.
I am Ashok, Director of Armenian Museum in Moscow, now applying for PhD to ICD and University of West Coast.
Jacob Milton, I'm a community activist based in Queens. I'm doing a television program called We Are the People with Jacob Milton, and my television programs are running on Prime Television, Sony Television Network, and Globecast Network.
I'm Nira. I'm from New York. I'm executive producer for We Are the People.
I am Professor Delawar Hussain and also represent BNP Bangladesh National Party, ex-senior vice president. Also, I am general secretary at Bangladesh Society, New York. Thanks.
Yes, I'm a recent graduate from the University of Texas. I join you from Texas, but most originally I'm from Cambodia.
My name is Felix. I'm an intern in the Romanian embassy, and I'm very pleased to be here and share your experiences.
My name is Xiao Qing. I'm a political consultant from Strasbourg, and I am a Chinese. And thank you very much for your inspiring talk today. Very pleased.
Hi, my name is Aigur and I come from Kazakhstan. I'm currently in my final year of my PhD studies at the ICD.
Hello, I am Emir Lodaif from Tunisia. I study in Tunisia. I study in the United Nations University, Japan, Tokyo, and I am very honored to be with you in the very nice building.
I'm Rhoda Coffino. I represent National Space Society at an NGO. I'm also board emeritus there. And I focus on the timelines of the 2030 SDGs. I have experience having managed a high-rise complex, also been a construction purchasing agent. Many structures in Manhattan I built. I worked as construction purchasing to two well-known companies. And I also had ambassadors as my tenants when I managed a high-rise complex. And I moved two Fortune 500 companies, 50,000 square feet. So I keep my eye, and I whisper into the ears of the ambassadors about little things.
These two ladies, they are my wonderful colleagues at the Hungarian mission. Who is responsible for organizing today's meeting here?
Human rights expert, public diplomacy.
Who is my chief advisor on public diplomacy and communication, and Lila is next to her, Lila Ostorsky, who is also an international, they are both international lawyers. Lila especially is interested in women issues and the fight against modern slavery. So you see, this is a very diverse group. That's what I'm saying. So it's not the usual. We had some very good colleagues of mine. I mean, other ambassadors in the morning session as well. Because the first session today, what we did, that was the role of interreligious and intercultural dialogue in building peace and security. Yeah. Oh, sorry, ladies. Yes, two more. Yes.
I'm Nadia Lutovic. I'm from Montenegro.
Uh-huh.
I live in Belgrade, Serbia, and over there as a financial manager, and I will study master.
And
I'm Leila Valora. I live in the U.S. I'm a doctorate candidate at Northeastern University in Boston, but I'm originally from Brazil, and I'm also Portuguese. So I share the feeling of being a citizen of the world.
Wonderful.
It's both two is a journalist.
Oh, yeah, Esteban, yeah, please.
Yeah.
Esteban.
My name is Esteban. I'm from Barcelona, based in Berlin, working with Mars since 3 years. And
For the Institute for Cultural Diplomacy.
I am a journalist and an advertiser publisher.
Sir?
My name is Rashid Ahmad. I am principal of the BMCC Islamic School. I am also a journalist, editor of Your Bangla, monthly magazine.
Thank you.
What a great collection of talent.
You see? For everybody.
This
Yeah.
is cultural diplomats.
Yeah.
You are
Yeah.
cultural.
We are really grateful to Ms. Mark. We are here arranging such a beautiful program for us.
Yes.
It's an honor for us, for all of the countries we represent.
And Ambassador, you have to understand, Mark is the Director General of the Institute for Cultural Diplomacy in Berlin. We've been working together since 2011. I am one of the international advisors of this institute and president of the program Culture, Diplomacy and the Arts. So these are the links, and now we are creating the tradition that the institute comes here with its crowd and circle, meeting the UN people, and then spreading the thoughts and provoking us, asking questions whether we are working well or not, and this is very important. So the interaction, what I very much believe.
It's a moment of accountability for the UN system. You know, I came here in September. Thank you. I came here in September, and I will leave in September. And before that, I was ambassador for my country here for almost 5 years. And when I left in 2013, I think we had maybe at the highest point 26 women ambassadors. I come back 3 years later. I'm on the other side of the fence now. I'm not doing what my friend here is doing, but I'm on the other side of the UN. And there are so many wonderful and numerous women ambassadors. And I want to pay tribute to all of you, to you. And you all are engaged. And when we speak about women's leadership, it starts everywhere. When I was growing up, I always was fascinated by the role of the UN, because it was the UN who was taking up some of the issues I was most concerned about, decolonization.
Yeah.
And when we became independent, Grenada joined the decolonization committee. And I was privileged to be on it and work on it and to fight for a number of issues. But you don't know where you are going. You are in graduate school, you are in media, and so on. Do your best, keep going, because you can come forward and you come out of something, so that you bring those values to the next place you go. So I want to pay tribute to all the women in the room and in the UN system who are moving forward. But it's more than women. It's more than women, it's all the people of goodwill. I mean, this gentleman said that I'm a world citizen and I'm a medical doctor, but I'm working on peace. I heard it in both my ears. Because at the first session of the Security Council on Tuesday, the opening was under the chairship of Sweden and so on. And the Secretary General, or new Secretary General, made his maiden statement to Security Council, and said that his new contribution to the work of the UN is prevention diplomacy. Instead of just managing all the conflicts, of which we are doing a fairly poor attainment of managing the conflicts, we can prevent the conflicts. More emphasis he wants to put on prevention, right, as the best form of management. And the best prevention tool is the SDGs, because it creates, it fills a gap of poverty and inequality. It stems the tide of the erosion of the environment over which people will scramble. So the prevention diplomacy is what we are involved in and what you are involved in by learning, by intercultural and interreligious interactions. So your work is so attuned to what the current mission of the UN is, that you are at a particular period. We are beginning this walk with the SDGs will last 15 years. And we are at the beginning. This is the first real year of kickoff. Each of us don't know when we are going to pass, so we can start the walk. And as we implement the SDGs and meet our own needs in ourselves, our families, our communities, we are contributing to peace. So I just wanted to say that. And the last thing for the young lady from the UK, I have in my house is like a little cultural embassy now, because I have 3 of these young UK kids that are there, crashing out, and I'm going upstairs to meet them if they should be in the lobby waiting for me. So if you come up, you can meet them. And again, the connection, when you guys go back to London or wherever in the UK you are, you can know each other. And lastly, I would like to be a member of Catalin's Institute.
All right.
I go to Berlin all the time, but I don't go to the Institute.
Yes.
So whenever you can get a volunteer in me, and I want to invite you to include Grenada and the Caribbean in the work of this institute. Thank you very much.
Thank you.